run it up, 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 count it up. Hey, hundreds and fifties and 20s, no fives and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she wanted like me cause her like she can't count on him. She tried to be nosy and hit on my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him. Hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, one point to God.
Big numbers, 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers.
Looks like it's going to be a pretty soggy night here at TIAA Bank Field. Rain showers, maybe an occasional clap of thunder supposed to continue throughout here in Jacksonville. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Jacksonville Jaguars. With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Check 25, 47. Watch the curve. 26.
They'll run with Elliott. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Hey, kill. 47. We own them. I'm coming after you. Like 5. 26.
Prescott to throw it. He's going to sling this deep downfield. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard, 70 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. We thought that may be a quick strike offense this season. That is lightning quick. Not bad for the first drive of the year.
That has to actually exceed expectations, doesn't it? Because most teams want to be a quick strike offense. They want to score as quickly as possible and run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is, while they got it done there, long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
Break 19. Yeah, right there. 54 Mike. You don't want none. Pick up the ball.
The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Pass 85. Pass 85. Look out.
Allen off the play fake. Looking long for Westbrook. This is caught inside the 15. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. 54 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Sub. 5.
On 2nd and 9, Allen got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Will Fuller there to make the grab, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not. They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Ship.
Here we go, 47. 46.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Here we go. 4-8. Hey, kill. 5. Off the screen. We're going to 53.
3rd and long for Prescott. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Let's get off the field. Go.
Now this time, Allen will throw. The open man is Westbrook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down. On first down, Whittington. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Exit. Alert. 56 to Mike, boys. Bravo. 56. Yeah.
Here's Allen. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6.
Let's go. Check.
Monday. Regular.
Hey, wahoo! 56 to Mike. 56 is to Mike. Let's go.
On first down, Allen. And he completes it to Westbrook. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That goes for a gain of 31. They'll run here with Ingram. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
On 2nd and goal, Allen. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Austin Hooper, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. They go screen. This is Ingram. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the 1st.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to keep it here. And he goes out right around the 39. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Everybody, 52. 52's the mic. Watch the car. Watch it under. Check 37. Check 37. Everybody, go to 54. Go to 54. 26.
On second down now. It's Elliott. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Intended that time for Cooper.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their 44-yard line.
Mike, ready. Go to bench. Let's go, baby. Return over. Get that ball. Get that ball.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Now Allen. He's got it to Ingram. Complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He lost 6 there on the 1st down play. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up at halftime, it's the season debut of the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, as we look ahead to all the action coming up this opening weekend. And of course, we'll also take a look back at this first half. Throwing again on second down. Allen. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Hey, Delta.
56. Target. Mike 56. Mike 56.
Hey, watch your lane.
56.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And it's complete. Hooper. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They'll look to run with Ingram, and he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great effort there, taking it in, and the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player,
Prescott stripped. And the Jags grab it. And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line in the red zone. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can. And it's
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great play there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Hey, here we go. 488. Here we go, 47.
Prescott on first down. Under pressure, they got him again. Josh Allen. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Mike 5. Go, go, go. Mike 5.
Now Prescott. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. It was a solid check down there with pressure coming, wasn't it?
It was, because you're trying to go through your progression, and when you have that type of pressure in your face, it changes what you're doing and how fast you have to do your reads, and able to come back and find him in open space. That's a really nice play.
Hey, 47.
So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Right there.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Allen going to throw. This for his running back, McCoy. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
You got You got tight right there. Gun.
From the gun, it's Allen. Got his man there. It's Wallace complete. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
218, chop.
Allen. Now they go screen. It's complete. 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10, kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
Check 34, everybody go to 54, go to 54, line. He's checking, he's running,
Again, it's Elliott. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. On third down, Elliott. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee. And that means fourth down. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on fourth down. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on fourth down.
Check 4, check 4. Check safety, check safety.
They'll run it with Elliott. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
It's a gain of 3. And a Cowboy first down.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Alert 3. Check.
Here we go, 46.
Watch twist. Watch 26.
This is Elliott. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
47.
Let's go, defense.
Here we go, 47.
Mike 5. Mike
46.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Trying to lay one up deep. He's got a man, complete. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play here for Dallas. 42 yards.
Hey, kill.
Mike 5. Mike 5.
26.
A first down throw for Prescott. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Here we
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Prescott down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
You go 46.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Back now in Jacksonville. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
No. Everybody kill.
Draw play, Elliott. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Miles Jack there to make the tackle. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Second and 9 at the 15-yard line.
552. Let's make these big 26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Prescott from the gun, forced out to his left. And the ball is knocked out, and the Jags grab it. Accelerating, and off he goes. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20, 10, 5, and he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. We know this defense has some playmakers. We saw it right there. Well, really, we've seen it the whole game.
Isn't it nice to see that on the opposite side of the ball? Respect, my man, respect. The defensive guys are outscoring their opposing offense.
Yeah, they're outscoring him indeed with that score alone. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is fielded at the goal line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10.
Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Throwing, Prescott. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete.
Let's go.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down. First down, Prescott. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. To throw is Prescott. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
It's a game of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard. At the 47.
Ingram again. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Allen. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Whittington. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This fielded at the 2.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Ingram. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now a give, right side. Whittington. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I don't care what anyone says. To me, it takes a little bit of intestinal fortitude to call a running play in this down and distance. I mean, you're talking 3rd and 10, and sometimes the angles line up really well on a running play.
Caught him totally off guard, obviously.
I think you catch him in some pass drops, and now you're able to fire out and get some space and create it for your runner and let your blockers get a good approach attack on the defenders.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Cowboys' 10-yard line. Tonight's final
Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this one. Everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for the Jaguars, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.